but game-winning shot.
Okay, not only game-winning shot, but he ended the night. At the end of the day, he still finished with a triple-double. You know, and Steph played his butt off. I think the Lakers are just a little bit too big for
him. Welcome, Sports Talk with Curt and Ralph. We may be joined by Maurice, but this is Curt and the book is open, Ralph's. The book is open, Booker's Sports Talk channel. But we let Mo come in sometime and join the fun.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, tonight, we're really going to focus on that Laker game. The Laker
Let's
game.
do it.
You know, I almost called it another game, but the Warrior game, my team, well, my player on that team, but it was a Laker game.
You're a Steph Curry fan?
I'm definitely a Steph Curry fan. So I know we talked. I know I said that I thought the Curry was going to win it all. The Warriors are going to win, but I stand corrected. I stand, you know.
You thought they were going to win beat the Lakers?
I really thought they were going to beat the Lakers. I thought they was going to pull a hat trick. You know, Steph was doing. We were talking about, you watching the game? We caught a lot of the highlights.
Yeah,
and that's Steph Curry. Effortless, 3-pointer.
I know it. I mean, where he shoots the ball from is deep, but it ain't like he's throwing it. He's shooting it, and it's going in.
He's shooting it. It looks like he's throwing it. Some of the shots seem like he's off balance, but he's so laser focused on that net, on that rim, the back of that rim. That thing just, wherever he focuses, that thing just goes in. Amazing. He didn't get his first points until what? It was like only 4 minutes left in the first. It took him that long to score his first bucket, and he had to drive it to the hole.
Now keep in mind, down the stretch though, in the fourth quarter, Steph didn't do much. The Laker defense really stepped up and started putting some clamps down.
Man, he was it seemed like it was effortless.
Right. He kept him in it. He had 33.
33. He got 12 right off, like really quick. After he hit that first layup and then hit a couple threes, they points already.
They play Memphis. I think they play Memphis tonight. And Vegas is over and under for Vegas is 38 points for Steph.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call the referees. See what their over and under is, and I'll go from there.
Right. Would you bet the over on 38 points?
I'm not ask Phil Jackson about that one.
No, I'd bet the under. Now, he might get 40, but I wouldn't bet that he's going to get 40.
You don't think he'll get 40?
I think he might, but what I'm saying is that I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh. That's almost the same thing. You might as well go ahead and put your money there. But it'd be nice to see him get 40. But like LeBron, that guy's tough as nails, man. I gotta hand it to him. He's so strong.
And that's the point that I try to make to a lot of people when they talk about the different eras. And in the era that Mike and Magic and all those guys played in was a much more physical type era. However, you can't tell me that LeBron James at 6'8", 260 couldn't have played during that era too.
Yeah, I'm looking at him, and now in these last years, he's as strong as he is. I think he would have been able to play, bump up against the Malones.
When he came into the league, he was 6'9", 255.
That's true, but size has nothing to do with your heart. And I was always looking at his heart.
But look at his heart. So what has his heart not shown you over these years?
In the past, like I always said, it looked like there was a lot of things, personal things that was getting in the way, and his heart just wasn't in it sometimes. You sit and watch him, and it seemed like he was quitting. He quit on games.
I don't see that at all.
to the games that matter, he quit. You got to go back and look at that. The old
I've
tape.
looked at all of that.
You remember when he was going with that controversy with that guy on the team dating his mom and all that stuff? There was all that stuff that was going on back then.
Right, but is that LeBron's fault?
No. That has nothing. I'm talking about how he was playing back then.
Right, but he was. Remember, in his third year, he took Cleveland to the championship. So he was only 21 at the time, 19 or 20 at the time, when they beat Detroit, who is a great team. So I've never questioned his heart. I've always questioned whether or not he has the ability to make the big shot at the end, but he's proven that he can. But his heart, in my opinion, I've never questioned his heart.
Oh yeah, I've always questioned his heart. That's why I was never a fan of. And I wasn't hating on him for no other reason. It's just watching him and saying, man, this guy, he's good, but he gives up, he gives in, he gets emotional, and trying to carry a team someplace. And I understand what you're saying, his third season, what he's done in third season, but when against the Golden State, he did what he had to do. Came down to the wire, hit the game-winning shot. He took a pretty hard foul part of the game. He got up. Was it all as hard as it looked, or was there a little acting going on there?
Well, last night he got poked in the eye. The other night, that's what that was. Whether it was a hard foul or not, if you get poked in the eye, it don't have to be a hard foul. A poke in the eye is a poke in the eye.
Poke an eye is a poke in the eye. Then how did he recover from that?
He hit the big three down the stretch at the end.
He hit the big three. Sure
did. Right, but it ain't the first time. He's been doing that. All those teams that got to the finals, they only got to the finals because of him.
That's it? Because of him? All the teams he was on.
When they went to the finals, remember, they went to like 10, he went to like 10 straight finals or something like that. 8 or 10. I know he went 4. He was 4 in Miami in a row, and then he went 4 straight in Cleveland. So he went to 8 straight finals. He won the East 8 straight times. And out of that, they won 3 championships.
Oh, wow.
And so he's been with the Lakers. This is his 3rd year with the Lakers. He's already won 1 championship. First year he got hurt, so he didn't get to play in the playoffs.
And he seemed like he's recovered pretty much from his injury that he had. So
yeah. As long as he don't retweak it or nothing like that, and it keeps getting better, because now in the playoffs they have more time in between games. You play every other night or back to backs. You don't have that when you get to the playoffs. Like they played Steph and them Tuesday, and they don't play their next game. I don't think they don't play Phoenix until Sunday, something like that. Yeah, but they get a lot of rest, a lot of treatment. Get that thing to heal. And if he's healthy, if him and Anthony Davis are healthy, I think they still need Schroeder. Well, they need the whole team. If the team is healthy, they got a chance.
Schroeder was killing them too. He was killing Golden State too.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They got a nice squad. They just got to be healthy.
Yeah, real nice squad. Wiggins, he was doing his thing.
And so now with the Lakers, though, what the Lakers got to try to do to win a championship, they got to win 3 straight series on the road.
Sitting there watching them, this is the first time I actually watched them the whole season. I'm thinking they could pull that off.
If they stay healthy, I think they got a shot.
They stay healthy. I think they can too.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But I do want to talk about, I know you looked at the highlights, but if you get a chance to watch them highlights again, the effortlessness of Steph making shots. How are you going to do a finger roll from around the foul line area, between the foul line and the goal, in the basket, and finger roller from there and bank it in?
Just telling you that He's a phenomenal player, and those people that don't want to give him credit, they just don't know what they're talking about.
Like somebody else who's not even on here talking about he's not going to be picked for the or be in contention for
the MVP.
MVP. Something wrong with that. I think that was just a hater call, and
that's what that
That's what it was.
If you don't like a player, you're never gonna give him full credit. That's what I think about LeBron James too.
Right. Sometimes I be hating on him, but the way he hit that fadeaway jump shot to win that game, the 3-pointer.
You see how far out he was, how deep he was?
And he was on the other side.
Yeah, standing on the right and up there by the half-court line.
By the half-court line, faded away, and just knew it was going in.
Nothing but string music, baby.
That's a championship player right there. That's tough.
Right. What Steph Curry said, all-time players make great shots.
That's it. That's it. I might convert myself to be able to, I don't know. I'm not going to say it yet.
So you don't think there's no comparison between him and Mike, huh? That's the GOAT.
Well, I think there's somewhat of a comparison, but still, I'm still on that Steph Curry kick. I'm still there.
Oh yeah, well I'm gonna be on Steph's team. I mean, Steph is a heck of a player, no question. But you can't take nothing away from him. You look at all the things that he's done in his career. His career is cemented. He's the Hall of Famer. I think he's the greatest shooter we've seen in the league.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All time. Yes, sir.
All-time shooter, no question about it.
So we're here in Atlanta. So what do you think about our Atlanta Hawks?
I think the Hawks got a nice young squad. They got a good coach, and that Nate McMillan is a veteran coach, been around the league a long time. I looked up Nate's numbers himself. He was a decent player, wasn't all that, wasn't great, but he was a solid defensive player, scored some points, and certainly helped your team. As a coach, he's proven he hadn't done well in the playoffs, but he's always had pretty good teams his team's always been very competitive. So now with the Hawks, if they can get healthy, they're the same thing. They got their hands full with the Knicks because the Knicks beat them all 3 times they played this year. But if you get the Hawks going, I think what happens in the playoffs is you don't have the same team that you played against the regular season. Now, in the playoffs, what you do is you start coaching against their best stuff, and you kind of put a defense together to stop, Randall and things like that. So I think I get a Hawks a 50-50 shot at winning this series.
Yeah, I give the Hawks the series.
Really?
I give the Hawks the series.
Morning.
What's up, Mo?
Morning. Good morning.
How you doing? We're talking about the Knicks and the Hawks. We're talking Atlanta team. I'm thinking that the Hawks is going to take the series with the Knicks.
What'd you think? 3-1,
right?
4-1, 4-2?
I'm going with New York.
What you think?
I think New York will pull that out.
4 games to 1, 4 games to 2. What do you think, Curtis?
Nah, probably about 4-2. 4-2.
Okay, Curt, what you think?
4-2.
Hawks.
The Hawks.
You think 4-2 Hawks?
I think they're going to sweep it.
You think the Hawks are going to sweep the Knicks?
Yes, sir.
Oh boy.
No.
Yes, sir.
Vegas would love to talk to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what I was asking. Mo, I was asking earlier what was in your coffee. You said you didn't think Steph Curry's going to get any MVP votes.
Yeah.
No, you didn't say Steph. You said Chris Paul.
Somebody said Steph.
He said Chris Paul.
I thought you said Steph.
No, we talking about Phoenix, and you said Chris Paul because we talked about the coach to get coach of the year, and you said Chris Paul probably gets on there. I said I don't think Chris Paul gonna get them.
Right
votes.
now, the fact that he's not in the finals don't mean that he didn't get any MVP. He didn't get any votes.
I know, but I saw the top 3, and he's not in none of the top 3.
Right, but that doesn't mean he didn't get any votes, though.
Right, I understand that. I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
But I'm saying, but
okay. So
Steph,
you don't have to. You think Steph gonna win it?
The MVP? Nah, they're gonna get the boy from Denver.
Yeah, Jokic will win it.
Yeah, Jokic's gonna get it.
However, that doesn't mean that Chris Paul didn't get any votes for MVP because he didn't
That's,
finish in the top 3.
that is true. That's true.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure we're clear on that. What are you eating? Now you're eating breakfast on us, huh?
Man, I had it messed up so bad today. It's hard to make a chance to eat right now. You know, I had to grab some real quick. You know what this is? This is a spicy California roll.
Oh, okay. I thought there might have been some malicious, cute.
Is that
No,
breakfast food?
no, that put you to sleep. That put you straight to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Now you could go straight to sleep on that.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I got to finish my job right here first.
So what you're eating is breakfast food in California?
A sushi roll, whatever this is.
Yeah, that's breakfast. That's breakfast food out there.
Yeah, it's breakfast today.
Mm.
Usually I don't eat breakfast because I go to work too early.
Yeah.
So they had me running around earlier today. I mean, they just changed my job up twice already within the last 2 days.
Really?
So
What do you do, Mo?
I'm a conductor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I usually bring one train in and do some other stuff and just relax. Now they have you come in, do a double set, take a set to the yard. I'm like, hold on, man, this ain't even in my job description. What's going on? So I'm hungry. So forgive me.
No, you good?
Mm-hmm. So you're ready for vacation?
Oh, brother, it won't be long, boy. I got 2 hours. Well, about an hour and a half. We leave.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Curt, I got your text earlier today.
Oh yeah, about the that thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk offline about that.
It's gone. It should be. It's all there because I know they took it out of my account.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
All
offline.
right. We'll talk later behind the scenes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But
Yes.
So who we got winning this whole thing now? We got who's coming out the East? We say
Brooklyn.
Philly. Brooklyn is coming out the East for Mo.
Yeah.
Curtis, who you got coming out the East?
I don't know.
I got Philly.
I know you got Philly. I want to say Philly, but I knew you were gonna say Philly, but I don't
You
know
can
yet.
still say Philly. If that's who you think gonna come out.
I don't know yet.
He don't do nothing you do.
All I said was Philly. He said I was gonna pick Philly. You can still pick Philly. It's all good.
I know we talked about the 76ers taking it all, but
I think they come. I don't think they're gonna take it all. I think they'll come out the East though.
Yeah.
And whoever come out the West, I think will win it. If they're healthy. Again.
Who's the top 3 coming out of West?
I think coming out the West, I think the Clippers, Utah, Clippers, Lakers, and Utah. The problem I have, if Denver was healthy, if Murray was playing, I'd give Denver a great opportunity to come out the West.
Right. We didn't get a chance to talk that much about Denver, but I know it's one of the teams that you like. So those are your 3 teams that you're liking, the Utah Jazz, Denver Nuggets, and 76ers?
No. From the West, Utah Jazz, the Lakers, or the Clippers. Okay. From the East, Brooklyn or Philly. I think Philly will win the East. And if the Lakers are healthy, I think the Lakers will win the West.
Okay, I thought you were saying the Nuggets somewhere in there.
Well, I was saying if they were not injured, they got a guy that's averaging 25 a night that ain't playing. So if they were healthy, I would give them a shot at it. But you can't take 25 points in the playoffs off your roster and still think you're gonna win the championship.
Yeah, we don't got nobody on the bench like that.
No, they ain't got nobody getting 25 on the bench. If they did, they'd be starting.
They don't have no Lou what's that Lou boy?
Lou Williams.
Yeah, he come off the bench and get you 25 real good.
Right. He played for the Hawks.
Yeah, I'm saying, but he's not. I'm saying Denver don't have nobody like that.
No, they don't.
So, yeah, that's a done deal right there.
Mm.
Utah could be okay, but Donovan Mitchell's been a little banged up too.
Well, who's in? That's who's in first right now in the Western Conference, right? Utah.
Yes, I think it's Utah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Utah, then the Suns,
Utah,
Denver,
then Phoenix is second,
Yeah, Phoenix, and then
Denver, the Nuggets.
and then the Clippers.
Clippers got the 4th seed.
Okay, they got the 4th seed.
Mhm.
Well, the Clippers got to play the 5 seed. They got to play the Mavericks. And
Dallas.
boy, yeah, and they've been playing pretty good.
They should destroy Dallas.
No,
They should destroy.
they should have destroyed them last year too, but they didn't.
Look, Paul, he didn't show up in the playoffs. They needed him.
Chris Paul wasn't there last year.
No, George Paul. Paul George.
Well,
Paul George.
So what makes you think he gonna show up this year?
I didn't. He ain't proved it to me yet.
Right. Well, you say they should destroy the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, they got a nice little point guard Rondo in there who's been there and done it.
Rondo.
Yeah.
He still got
Rondo
some years on him. He still got some good years on those knees.
Not years. He may have another. He got a good playoff run, maybe, but I don't think he's got years left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This should be it right here.
Yeah, Rondo's been around. He's been around for a while.
Rondo is the only player that's got a championship with the Celtics and a championship with the Lakers.
Mm. Yeah, he was a bad boy at one time.
Now, Mo, you can cut your camera off and keep your sound on while you're eating, right?
Oh.
There you go.
All right, good. All right, thanks. Forgive me. Excuse me.
No, I'm just saying, we got all these fans. We don't want our fans to see us eating and all that stuff like that.
I didn't know, but thank you.
He was getting down, man. If you should have some at Maurice's barbecue, we could have watched that.
I know that's right.
You saw how good it really was.
Yeah.
Or is.
It's finger licking good.
And you're licking.
That's toe jam good.
Yeah,
Wow.
so.
You all keep up with any the MLB? You see how Atlanta Braves, talking about a little bit of Atlanta sports today here, folks. How Atlanta Braves did. Hey, who we got coming into town tonight? Want to go see a good game?
Who's that?
The Pirates.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
So what kind of team do the Pirates have?
Good enough team to beat the Braves. Good enough team to beat the Braves. Braves are throwing it away in the end.
That don't tell me much.
They get to the 8th and can't handle things.
You've been listening to 92.9 The Game. I could tell.
Always, baby.
I could tell. Because that's exactly what they was all talking about yesterday.
the Bucks coming in town, or just
the last 2 innings of the game, the last 2 or 3 days, they've been blowing you get to the 9th inning, they can have a lead and they blow it.
They blow it. Hey, do you remember what's his name? I think it was Maurice, Doug DeCenzo.
Yeah.
He was a couple of years. Remember he was playing for the Braves for some years. He was like first base coach, third base coach, several teams. And I caught him, and I didn't know that. I realized that I caught him as like the last game when he was coaching here.
Is that right?
From third base line. Yep.
Yeah. I know he has a little cigar thing up there back home.
Is he from Pittsburgh?
Yeah, he has a cigar travel cigar store, I believe, a lounge.
Like a stogie. He has one of those guys. Him and his brother, they have like a bus, a stogie bus that you can get in there and ride around town smoking cigars.
Break out my stogie.
Oh boy, there you go.
My wife won't let me light it up in the house, right?
Yeah, I see it. I was like, well, I don't know what you're about to do, but Don't get
They ain't
yourself
finna light it up, that's for sure. I'm gonna sit out on the beach, man, and smoke me a cigar.
You light it up, you get lit up.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you need to come down to the house, man. Sit in the back patio. Bring one of those down with you.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, please do. Come down to the house, man. We'll sit out back. That's a good spot for it.
Yeah, it is. You got a nice spot back there.
Yeah, it's relaxing.
Yeah, Mo, I didn't get a chance to turn the lights on for you. We got them lights hanging up around there. You can sit out there at
Oh, yeah?
night. Turn those lights on. That's lining the top of the roof line.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, man. Sitting there just relaxing. Yes, indeed. So you guys catch up on anything with mixed martial arts?
No.
I'm not an MMA guy. I'm a boxing guy. I did see where Tyson Fury and my boy, Wilder, they signed for the third fight.
Yeah, they're fighting in July.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I don't know if Wilder can take it anymore because he got beat down the last time.
He did.
But he said his outfit that he wore into the ring was too heavy, it weighed him down. He didn't have no legs.
He walked 3 miles to the ring, so he should have known that was going to happen.
Well, what you should have been doing is not making no excuse.
Yeah, take your lumps and come back out and fight again.
That's it.
We'll see this. We'll see this summer. They fighting this summer.
Yep.
Is Mayweather making a comeback?
No.
I heard something about that.
Publicity stunt stuff that he's doing?
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
No,
I don't know why you would come. You got the all-time record right now.
Yeah. If he came back to fight Canelo again. That'd be the big draw right there.
Oh yeah, Canelo.
He's too old to fight Canelo.
Yeah, but Canelo hitting too hard.
Well, you can't hardly hit Floyd, but the thing is, Floyd is old now.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a number of years since he fought. He ain't fought in a long time. Conor McGregor is the last time he fought. You know, and so that's what I'm saying. Floyd, you made a bunch of money, you retired, and you got the all-time record in boxing. Why would you come back?
Well, because you got all that money in the swells of your head, you think you can still fight. And like he's saying, he'd only pick certain people for the payday. He said he's not going out there to fight just to fight. He's going to be strategic about it, and it's about the money.
But if you pull up on Google Floyd Mayweather net worth, it's over $500 million. He's almost $1 billion guy.
Yeah,
so
Floyd make money. He makes money.
So money.
There's no
payday at this point, you know, what does it do for you? Because you take a chance of two things. One, getting hurt. You can anytime you step in the ring, you got a chance to get hurt. And then two, what's your legacy? What if you get beat?
Yeah, you came back to get beat. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
No.
Not when you're worth over $500 million.
Yeah.
There you go. There you have it right there. But maybe it's in your heart. It's like whatever sport you played, once you retired out of it and didn't play it anymore because your legs couldn't handle it, your knees couldn't handle it, but in your heart and your mind, you still wanted to get out there and do it.
Right, but one of the main reasons that you're out there is for the money also. Because when you get to a certain point, when you're in high school and college, you may be playing for the love of the sport. When you first get your first contract, yeah, but after that, it quickly becomes a business. You're not just doing it because you love the sport. You're doing it, the sacrifices you have to make, you're doing it to get paid. Because you make a lot of sacrifices to be a professional athlete.
Oh yeah, because you start taking care of a whole lot of people too.
Well, a lot of people do.
Yeah, you got to bring folks along.
Yeah, some folks don't. You say, look, all I'm saying is that when you put that kind of wear and tear on your body, it's got to be more than just for the love of the sport. Now, especially when you get to be an older fighter, an older player in any sport, once you get to a certain age.
Yeah, how old is Floyd? How old is
Floyd?
Floyd?
How would you say, Curt? I think Floyd is like, he's close to 41 or 42 in that range, I would think.
Yeah, he don't need to come on back. Stay out of that, bro.
44.
Yeah,
44.
Yeah,
44.
go ahead and retire, bro.
And he's 50 and 0. You know, that's the best record of all times.
Yeah,
Yeah, I stay retired.
is he really 50 and 0?
Yeah. He went in the ring 50 times and he came out the winner all 50 times.
Well, they say 49 though. Conor
Dancing
McGregor.
and running.
Huh?
The Conor McGregor, that's not they don't count that. They consider that as a real fight.
Oh yeah, it's a fight. Who don't consider it? It was a 12-round fight that they went in the ring and fought with gloves on. It wasn't a MMA fight. It was a boxing match.
I know, but you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I hear what you're saying, but I want to know, who is it that don't count that? How can you not count that one if you count number 25? Or if you count number 30, how can you not count that one?
No, I guess because he's not just a regular boxer. You know, there's different styles involved.
Right. So you got a different style, so you ain't gonna count my victory because your style was different than my style.
Well, yeah, if you let McGregor throw some kicks in there, it wasn't a MMA fight. It was a boxing match. He put on boxing gloves. So that's
interesting. And they fought a boxing match. It was billed as a boxing match. They was paid as a boxing match.
Yes.
And he won it as a boxing match.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So now flip it around a little bit.
Okay.
And put Mayweather in there with an MMA type, and it's Conor McGregor.
Okay.
Now, who's a better fighter? Who you think is going to win that competition?
I would hope that McGregor will win it. That's his style. That's how he fights.
There you go. So
but that doesn't change. That doesn't change the fact that when they fought, they used the rules of boxing for the match.
But that doesn't mean that Mayweather is a better fighter than McGregor.
Nobody said he was a better fighter. I didn't. I'm just saying you count that as number 50 because they fought by the rules of boxing, and he won.
I just think they need to do a MMA style.
Why?
And even the playing field.
But they weren't trying to prove who was the best fighter.
No, they were trying to make some money. It's a little bit of entertainment because McGregor was so hot at the time.
Hello.
And I was very disappointed he got in there. I just thought he was tougher than that.
Well, but he was
frustrated.
He was on Floyd's turf.
Right, he was on Floyd's turf. He thought he could get a couple.
But let me just tell you. But since then, McGregor's gotten his butt whooped a number of times, so he ain't all of that in the bag of chips, in my opinion. Anyway, he more mouth than anything.
He used to be all that in a bag of chips.
I never thought he was all that.
So he started getting beat up like
that's when you start changing, when you start getting beat up. That's exactly right. Once you start getting beat up, we think you ain't all of that in the bag of chips.
You know, everybody got a play until they get punched in the face.
Right, that's the point. But Floyd got 50 in and 50 out. That's all I was saying.
Hey,
50 up, 50 down. They said, well, Floyd, he was dodging people. He didn't dodge. Only somebody he didn't dodge. Whoever got in the ring, they got their butt whipped.
After the dance.
Hey, Ralph.
They gave him a fight and a dance.
McGregor's a Ford. Found on the road dead.
Ralph, you know that's not funny.
Found on the roadside dead, huh? Curt, all I'm saying is, Curt, is that they fought under the boxing rules and Floyd won.
Hey, I was going down the street the other day, not to change the subject, but since Mo said it, there was a vehicle broken down on the side of the road and it wasn't a Ford.
That's the only reason you're telling us the story.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm telling you the story. I should have stopped to take the picture. But I got to figure out, like my neighbors, they both have, one has a Chevy, one has a GMC. Is that the same truck?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Exactly. Pretty much. Exactly. That's my point.
Same company.
And they both try to give me a hard time about.
Well, the GMC has a few more extras that maybe the Chevy doesn't have, but underneath, I think the engine is the same and stuff like that.
Yeah, but underneath.
It's a luxury model, that's all.
Right. Underneath, it's not a Ford.
No, it's not a Ford. No, it's definitely not a Ford.
It's not a Ford.
You probably won't find it on the roadside dead.
You probably will find it.
You know,
I'm still looking for that good
repair daily.
that good Chevy commercial. Show me a good Chevy commercial.
You ain't seen the one with the tailgate?
Oh wow!
They carry the Ford tailgate
Hey.
on the side.
So you see Ford commercials. We're pulling 18-wheelers out of ditches. We're going up the side of mountains, running over rocks. They show a GMC. You know what they showed? The tailgate.
every one of them trucks can do the same thing.
Look at this. We got a nice tailgate. Okay, well, get me out the ditch. Well, you can climb up on my tailgate.
But while you trying to get him out the ditch, you die on the roadside. You found on the roadside dead.
We pulling 18-wheelers out of ditches, man.
Fix and repair daily.
We're riding up the side of mountains. You see that new F-150 that's coming out?
Yeah, the electric
Ford?
one. It looks good. Yeah, they're supposed to announce it tonight or tomorrow night. One of them nights they were supposed to bring it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I wish I could afford one of those right there. I'd get one of those right away.
I don't know. Big money, Curt. I think you can afford it.
Big money, Mo.
Cool. Man, I'm working a 9 to 5. I ain't big money yet.
Oh, that's because you want to. That's all that's about. Wants and needs, man. That's because you want to.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
not because you need to.
Right.
We all know that. But anyway, yeah, Ford's the way.
Hockey?
I know. I haven't seen any.
Pittsburgh won last night.
The Pens gonna win the Stanley Cup again?
No.
Like always.
How many Stanley Cups the Penguins won?
I'm not sure. 3 or 4.
Curt said it like they win it every year.
Well, they should have won 2 years ago. I know that for sure. They just jacked up and players got hurt at the wrong time and lost it.
Oh yeah.
That sounds like that shoulda, woulda, coulda thing.
Yeah, but hey, it's life. Oh,
let's see here. Stanley Cup wins. 12.
So Atlanta plays New York.
No, they have 5. They have 5.
5? Okay.
Yep. 91, 92, 2009, 2016, and 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And then add this season.
When does that series between Atlanta and New York begin?
Sunday, 7 o'clock. Sunday is 7 o'clock.
That's 4 o'clock time. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think the Hawks certainly have a chance because they're playing well. But I think a lot of it has to do with health. With health. And then, of course, New York has a home court advantage. So if they get to a game 7, it'll be in New York. But you guys don't think it'll be game 7 anyway. Curt thinks it's going to be a sweep. He think they're going to sweep the Knicks. I don't think they're going to sweep them.
Nah, that's not going to happen.
Who's the big man they have on the Hawks?
For the Hawks?
They got Capella.
Clint Capella.
Yeah.
Is he hurt? Is he hurt?
No.
Or something?
No, he ain't hurt. He's back. He's playing.
I think he's killing right now. He's hot.
Yeah, it's a double-double. He's one of the top 2 defensive players of the year candidates.
He's hot right now, man. I think he's going to be the game changer.
Right, because he's block shots, he rebounds, plays good defense.
He's going to give New York their money's worth.
All right. I don't see nobody on Atlanta can hold Julius Randle. Julius Randle's going to have his way.
Yeah, but you got to shut down everybody else, though.
That's what I was about to say.
So I think Nate McMillan will come up with some kind of defensive scheme. You're not going to stop a guy like the way he's playing right now with Julius Randle, but you can certainly kind of slow him up or get him off his spot, make him do some different things than he used to doing from a defensive standpoint.
Hey, did you see that the head coach for the Hawks was fined $25,000
I did see that.
for his comments?
What?
He made some comments that the league really wanted the Knicks to have that fourth spot to have those home games in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And so the league thought, that he went overboard. So they fined him $25,000.
And what's so interesting for a coach to say that, there's probably a whole lot more they want to say.
Yes, there is.
Play and how.
Some of the players are talking about how the Clippers start tanking to stay in the spot there.
There you go. That's why I'm like, who's the person in Vegas who has information? That's how I want to bet. Somebody knows already. Remember when Steph Curry's wife came out and talking about, how it's rigged?
I don't remember that.
Remember that? Oh yeah, do a little research. She came out and said how it's rigged and
what was rigged.
They determined who's going to win already and all this other stuff.
Oh boy, here we go.
That was some
I
years
didn't hear
back.
that one.
That was some years back. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that
He got in trouble
true.
for that.
That ain't true. Just because somebody says it, don't make it true.
Mm.
True that.
So what about the coach, Nate McMillan?
Yeah.
And that the referees won in New York.
He didn't say the referees, he said the league.
Who's the league?
What do you mean who's the league?
Who's
The referees are not the league.
Well, it's coming down from the owners. That's the league. That's what he's referring to.
That's conspiracy theory. No, what he's referring to is he's been around the NBA for a long time. New York is the biggest market in the league, and that they haven't had a good team or been in the playoffs for years. So for them to get to the playoffs is very important to the league. That's why he said that it wasn't about the owners. It wasn't about. He was saying from a league standpoint, the league loves the fact that the Knicks are in it because of the market that they represent.
Who's the league? When you say the league, who are you referring to as the league?
Right, the league itself.
It doesn't matter about the fans. That's irrelevant. So you're saying the fans is making that judgment call to say who should be where? And
I ain't saying nobody's making a judgment call. I'm not buying into the conspiracy theory at all. I was just explaining from the standpoint of the coach why the coach said what he said is because of his time in the NBA.
There you go.
How important it is to the league as a whole, not any specific, but just as a whole to get more eyeballs to watch the playoffs.
But there has to be something that's more defined than the league as a whole. There's something that controls that whole.
There is no control. The control is on the floor. The players control the wins and losses. I don't think the league or the referees control wins and losses.
Well,
I don't buy that. I don't buy the conspiracy theory at all in that regard.
You don't think referees can make a difference calling the fouls?
Making a difference is one thing. Controlling who wins and loses is a different thing altogether. Because to me, in order for that to happen, you have to have so many people that's on board with it that it would get out some kind of way. It's too many people involved that if they try to make one team win over another team, there's just too much involved.
A couple owners and a couple referees that's on the floor at the time.
It takes way more than that. Way more.
One or two players.
If the money don't get right in the pockets,
I played too many games. I've refereed too many games. That's not happening.
But maybe you weren't in on the take because they said Ralph's not going to.
There is no take.
Ralph's not going to take any of his money. So we're not
there
going
is no take. Well, again.
Mo, what you thinking? Hard to say, huh?
Nah, I'm not saying there's a take or anything like that, but I believe there's certain individuals out there that get paid.
There you go.
Because there's some calls that should have been made right there in front of the ref, and he didn't make them. There's some calls that they made that should have never got called.
There you go.
But who's to say how he made that? Was it induced by money or was it influenced by something else?
The league.
But what if it wasn't influenced at all? What if it was just a guy that missed a call or made a call? Could that be the case also?
Yeah, that could be that too. I'm just saying.
Okay, so that's the side that I come down on. I don't come down on the conspiracy part unless you can prove it. Unless you can prove it, you can speculate all we want to. But let me just tell you, the work that they have to put in to even be in that position, that's just not that's not the thought process. I'm just saying, can you have a bad apple? Yeah, we know that. That can happen anywhere. But when you start talking about trying to control who wins the championship or not.
That's all I said. There could be a bad apple. That's all I said. That's all I said.
But a bad apple, when you got 250 referees, you can't control the championship with one bad apple.
I think
Can't do it.
Think they can.
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
What about
them? They think they can make the call. Make the call. Make the call. You ever see the commercial?
No, I hadn't.
Oh, that's a good one. When they said in the game, they make the call to the ref.
Oh, that yeah.
Yeah, they make it. It's a little different one out here. Oh, yes, sir. That's right. I did see that. I
know which one he's talking about. Yeah, but remember, that's just a commercial.
Well,
yeah, that's what it was.
All I'm saying is, what I'm saying is that the training that the officials and everyone that go through, bruh, that's just not a part of it.
But there's some truth in some of that stuff you guys see now. There's a little bit of truth in everything you see.
No, not necessarily. I don't think there's a little bit of truth in everything. I think there's some things that's all lies.
Oh my, nothing's all lie.
When they say, when Trump said that there were millions of votes that didn't get counted, isn't that all a lie? Rest my case. I'm just saying.
Silence is golden.
I'm just saying. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. That's all.
But is that really a conspiracy? Would you consider that a conspiracy?
Capricorn 1.
If you're saying that referees are blowing games and missing calls on purpose and stuff like that, that's a conspiracy to me.
Yes.
Unless you have proof.
Well, if you have proof, it wouldn't be a conspiracy.
So the only way you know it's a conspiracy is there is proof of a conspiracy. Otherwise, it's just speculation.
Let me read it again. There's a coach who's been fined $25,000 on Thursday for saying that the NBA wants the Knicks in the playoffs.
Right.
So whoever that is considered the league, somebody is calling something and saying, hey, we want this team up there. What do we need to do?
Now remember, all the coach did was give you his opinion. He didn't give you no facts.
He feels
something. He didn't point out no facts. All he did was give an opinion.
Is he afraid that they're going to lose? And that he's putting his excuse out front already?
He said they won. The Hawks was already in the playoffs, regardless as to what the Knicks did.
But the NBA wants the Knicks in the playoffs.
Right. Now, that don't have nothing to do with the Hawks, because the Hawks is already in. The NBA wants the Knicks in the playoffs. That's what he said.
So therefore, wants them in the playoffs. So therefore, and that's a lot of calls that probably won't go their way.
Where did you get Curtis? Where did you get that from?
Huh?
Where did you get? There are lots of calls that may not. Where did that come from?
I'm going by what the coach said.
He didn't say nothing about a lot of calls, did he?
Yes, he did. He said.
What did he say?
He said the league wants the Knicks in the playoffs, so therefore, when they start this series, there's probably gonna be a whole lot of calls that won't go.
He didn't say all of that though, Curtis. Where did he say that? He didn't say nothing.
I bet your bottom dollar.
Curtis is adding all of that stuff in there. The house coach didn't say nothing about there's a lot of calls and what. Read that. He didn't say that.
No, look it up.
Curtis, did you read that?
Word for word, verbatim, narratum verbatim.
So the part that you say, therefore, did the coach say that part too?
Huh?
You said, therefore, there are going to be a lot of calls. Did the coach say that?
playoffs, and that a lot of calls probably won't go their way or our way.
So the coach, that's what the coach said.
Yes, sir.
That there are a lot of calls that probably won't go our way because the league wants the Knicks in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
That's why the fine, because he don't have no proof behind it.
He has some proof, but he just can't talk about it. You can't talk about stuff like that because now you're having issues with. Now you got issues with all these things rigged. So what it is you're not supposed to say anything like that. Even whether you know it or not, you're not supposed to say that stuff. Because you got these people buying these tickets thinking it's a game of chance. And if they start believing that it's all rigged, all that money's going to go out the window. I'm surprised the fine's only $25,000. That's $1 million fine. You can mess so much stuff up by saying something like that. You can destroy the league. If he says it, another coach says it, another coach says it, they corner a referee and say, yeah, we throw calls because this team or that team. And it's like the
7 years ago, the one ref, he got found out he was cheating.
You see, the one ref. See, we go to the one ref.
No. Go ahead, Mo. What you saying now?
I'm saying he got fined big time. He got thrown out the league and everything. Do you remember that, Ralph?
I do. He went to jail.
And it wasn't on his own accord. He was instructed to do so.
No. He had some financial issues and he had an outside influence. That was not a league thing. That was outside influence. He had some financial deal. And so he made some decisions with some untoward people. That was not from the league. That was an individual.
We got papers on that?
There are papers on it. He went to jail for 2 years.
Well, yeah. That's how to shut him up. Because you don't want this to happen to you, do you? It's only 2 years. Only 2 years.
So you lose your job and you go to jail and you say only 2 years. And the only thing they got him for, okay, well, again, if you believe in a conspiracy, go for it. I just don't.
I'm just saying I'm just saying it could have been worse. Because that goes back, how long has he been doing that? Even though he got caught, how long has he been doing that? You can't say that from the day one that he wasn't throwing games. And he's been a referee for how many years? Which I don't know which referee you're talking about, but for years, he could have been doing the same thing. Right? The possibility.
Everything is possible.
It's like...
but what does that have to do with the league? That's an individual bad apple guy. Even if he was doing something on his own individually, you don't have nothing that ties him to the league, directing him to do anything. Nothing. There's no evidence of that.
Is there anybody over referees?
Of course there is.
Somebody who knows the game, knows if it's a bad call.
You can't be over referees if you don't know the game. You were a former referee. Everybody that's over them have refereed.
Right. So true. So if you see, Mo, like you mentioned, somebody making some bad calls, right?
Or a missed call.
Or as a
game anyway. And then if they miss calls, they send out the fines on that after the fact.
Not all the time. It just depends. Because you got to also remember, these are human beings. Do they make mistakes? Yeah. Are they out of position sometimes? Yeah.
When you're in position, then you should see a call. What do you call that?
Because
I just didn't feel like making it. I didn't feel like making that call this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna miss that one, or I seen it, my mind wasn't on it, so now it's too late to say something. I mean, they're out there to make those calls, not to miss the calls. That's their job.
And none of us have never made a mistake doing our job, I'm sure.
Pull that train in on that track over there. I want that track over there. What is a train over there?
Why I gotta be in the conversation? I ain't had to do with that.
I'm out of it because I've had too many conversations. I referee too many games. Had too many conversations with people that don't know about refereeing.
There's a train
let's go
over
back,
there
let's
already.
go back to the sports talk. Yeah, they cut me out of that, bro. Let me out.
I
I'm
just can't get
back
into
up.
the conspiracy theory.
I understand. And there's no UFOs either, right?
Hey, they just admitted to it that there are.
But it's been a conspiracy theory for 60 years. There's been a conspiracy theory for 60 years, and now they're starting to admit to it. So just because we don't have proof on something, is all I'm trying to say, doesn't mean it's not true.
That ain't what you told me a while back. You said you heard the man land on the moon, and that my barbecue was delicious. You ain't got no proof of it, so hey.
I'm just saying, I would like to have proof of both. There's no conspiracy theory that Maurice has the best barbecue. That's not a conspiracy.
It is. It's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
Ralph hasn't had it yet. Curt hasn't had it yet.
You know what? I'm trying to come back out there before the end of the summer.
Yeah, come on. Bring some barbecue sauce with you.
Yeah, I'll try to come out there before the end of the summer. I'll do something for you a little bit.
Bring some barbecue.
Mo, do you make your own sauce, Mo?
I do, but I really don't put the sauce on me. I don't need to put the sauce on. I just do it for those who want it on the side.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't. The meat doesn't need sauce. I mean, to me, you should taste the meat like it's supposed to be tasted. You know, the smoke. Let the smoke is the sauce, the flavor. You know, taste that. Then if you feel you want to put some sauce on it, go ahead and put some sauce on it. But I won't put it on it the way I put it on the side.
Is there a certain type you use? Sweet Baby Ray or something like that?
You put whatever you want. I use recipe my pops used.
Okay.
Yeah. Sweet Baby Ray, it's okay. It's good. I like it. It's a little thick, a little bit. I like mine more or less like the Carolina style, like a little vinegar base, you know, a little thin, where it just runs over the meat, doesn't stick on it like that.
Gotcha. I know a local guy here who makes different sauces also.
Mm-hmm.
I know a local guy to Atlanta who makes.
What kind of sauce it is?
He makes all kind of different barbecue sauces.
Okay.
And I haven't been in touch with him, old Navy guy, and I need to find out where he is, what he's up to, and see how he's doing with he was trying to get his sauces out on the market.
Do that.
But there was a name thing that he had.
Get to me, send me some out here, and I can, do what I do and have them some, I do little things.
There you go. I'll connect you guys.
Yeah.
The guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up.
All right.
Guys coming on here again.
Ralph, have a safe trip, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss you guys on Monday. I'll be traveling back, so I won't be available Monday.
Speaking of which, I might not be able to make it Monday too. I'll probably be in I have a memorial to be at Monday.
Okay, I'll probably just do some other type update. So I'm a little late today. I can't talk too much about it, but I was on set for something from 5:30 yesterday till I got home about 6:30 this morning.
Yeah, he was in the movies.
Yeah, can't tell you which one yet till it comes out, but yeah.
Wait, he's in a movie?
Yeah, he's a star.
What?
We do a little bit of that on the side, something to do.
Oh.
Something
Can I get your autograph, man?
No picture. Hey, what did I say? We was at the restaurant.
Oh yeah.
No pictures, no autographs.
No pictures.
No pictures, no autograph.
Yeah, we was down at this restaurant. I showed up and said, no autographs, please. No autographs. No pictures, no autographs. No autographs.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, so we do a little something on the side just for fun. But I didn't think that was going to last all night. That was all night.
Oh, wow.
5:30 to on your feet for about that 12 hours, probably on your feet about 10 of them. Yeah.
Well, fellas, hey, it's been great. I'll talk to you
brothers. Appreciate it. Y'all be safe, man. I'm gonna get out, cut out, go do my deal, and we're gonna get on the road, go to the beach.
All right, fellas. Thank you guys very much.
Later.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ralph, have a good one, man.